Good morning, guys. We have just kicked off, finished morning cardio. The old hill of death from all my last preps in Gisborne. They're not going to be sustainable, it's not close to me anymore, but now I've got something a little bit closer. How cool is this? So, this is the new Gen Juck setup. This is my fasted cardio. I've got stairs that pretty much are bigger than our last hill, and this will keep my fasted cardio going. So we can really focus on those interval training and pushing out those type of cardio based stuff when I'm going into this prep. So I'm trying this out. This new 4-week shred plan is going to be something different. It's going to be cool. So I'm going to explain the basis of this plan a little bit later. At the moment, I'm starting off fresh. It's Monday. We have 4 weeks. Starting off with morning cardio, gonna hit that most mornings, and then we're gonna have a chat about how this is going to hit different aspects of my life, how we're going to achieve quite a lot in only 4 weeks, in not only my fitness goals, not only my nutrition goals, but also it's gonna carry on to other parts of my life, including goal setting, because I'm not running at an optimum rate. The guys who know me know that I have ADD at the moment, and if I'm not moving, I'm standing still. So I'm just going to focus on those kind of things, what we can do in a 4-week basis. 4 weeks, we've got Filex Sydney Fitness Expo. That's what we're going to be pretty much prepped for. I'm going to go off anyway today. We're going to have a chat maybe over breakfast, and I'm going to pretty much talk to the next details of this 4-week kind of YouTube series, which is going to be a little bit different to the Bulking Bio Pro. See you guys at home. Ooh, cardio down. Back at home now. We're going to get breakfast ready. I'm running a little bit behind, so this is already telling me tomorrow I'm going to need to get up a little bit earlier, just so I can make sure that I'm reaching everything I want to reach within the day. We've only got a certain amount of hours in a day. I'm still getting puffed. So this morning, always complex carbs in the morning. I'm going to explain a little bit about breakfast, then I'm going to go into what this program is about. Alright, so I'm going to stick on 80 grams of oats, just normal oats. Then I'm going to have 3 eggs. So it's a mixture of carbs in the morning to make sure I'm timing my carbs really well. So I'm really glycogen depleted at the moment. So I'm going to have those carbs, kind of fill all my muscles up, try and put it in basic terms. And then I will have protein shake as well, make sure I get that full recovery. I'm going to stick them in the oats so I get a faster digestion, amount of complex carbohydrates. So I'm going to have that with 3 eggs, good fats. That's going to keep me running for this morning. Got a little bit of online work to do, so let's go and get this morning. Alright guys, breakfast is up. So as I said, while doing cardio, pretty much this program is going to be based, we have 4 weeks till Sydney Filex. I want to be in good condition from there. I'm not going to be comp prepping, but I want to be in decent condition, better than what I am at the moment, better than I was at Arnold's. So it's going to be a bigger expo. This is the perfect time for me. I've been waiting to release this series. So 4 weeks, I'm going to open up a little bit more. It's going to be more talking, more of that kind of stuff. I'm going to call it, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but it's going to be in there as an album. So I'm going to have 2 sides. I'm going to have what I normally do now, my motivational side, those quick videos, just to kind of get hyped up before gym, those type of stuff. These are the type of stuff that you can listen to in your car, in the mornings, those type of stuff. And we're going to go pretty deep onto the level. Anyone can show you how to squat and the technique base for training and those type of things. And they could probably have better editing skills than me, and they can do that kind of stuff. So what I'm looking at is we're going to look at this as holistic fitness. So it's not only nutrition, it's not only fitness. So those 2 aspects are important, obviously. This is an oversaturated market. Anyone trying to get into this industry, and trust me, it took me, I would say, 7 to 8 times to break into this industry. And especially working at it as a full-time kind of job, to kind of have that lifestyle that I have now kind of let myself up to live, what I've kind of done. We're going to talk about goal setting. We're going to talk about those little things. I'm going to open up more about the past 12 months that I've gone through, the past, everything that I've kind of planned, that now all these dots are starting to add up. It's not like I have an overnight success of waking up and saying, I think I'm going to coach people today and then take 6 awards out at rookies, and doing a lot of that online training stuff. So that's where I'm going to open up a little bit. This whole program is going to be based off of you guys as well. So you guys, the more interaction you can get, the more content based it's going to come around. So leave those comments, leave me questions, those type of things, and I'm going to hit everything. So this is going to be a really cool interactive program, not only for me, but for you guys too. So it's going to help me come back, maybe if I'm not as motivated, and then come back to find this mindset that I'm sitting at right now, starting today, and seeing the steps that I use to the toolkit to gain this. A little bit of opening up me. If you have not seen me before, if you're not through ICN, if you're not anything like that, all you pretty much need to know is last year I had a big year. I had 10 shows within 12 months, which is crazy amount of peak weeks and those type of things. I had quite a lot of seconds, never quite reached my goal. I was high into goal setting last year. I set my goals of I wanted to be in a magazine, I wanted to get my pro card, I wanted to be one of the best fitness models in Australia. I wanted to work on my online business, and I wanted to create a different way of living, so like not as a 9-to-5 job. So I achieved all those goals. Well, I achieved the first couple, and I wanted to get a sponsorship. That was the other thing. Like I was really into, I wanted to be in some type of, not recognized, but I wanted to help out and lower my expenses overall. So I really looked into it. I set those goals at the start of the year, and I went after them really, really, really fast, and I completed everything. So I completed even more. Like I think one of my goals was I wanted to win a Victorian title, and I won the Australian. So I took out in men's fitness, #1 in Australia. Went into Bali, placed top in the world on a world stage, and that was a massive year. Now I've kind of got to the stage where I've started setting up. I had a lot of, if you guys have been following me on social media for quite a while, I had a pretty dark time in January. That I had to do with post-comp. I didn't have goal sets. I didn't know what was going on. I had to have an environmental change. So everything that I did built in my old hometown was built there, and I really couldn't afford to kind of move out and those type of things, and really struggle. So like I pretty much felt like I was uprooted. I was the downest I've ever been in my life, to be honest. Everything I felt that was going down, and I thought like there was points I was like, okay, this is rock bottom. I am absolutely stuffed here. This is low of low. Then something else would happen, and it would just crush you another 100 foot down. And it was really bad. And I think I learned a lot during that time. And this is about to come, that I'm about to use that, and I can feel the upbuilding. I'm a lot more deeper inside. I know myself now. I know that that pain that I had to go through, that was mandatory. I had to do it, but suffering was temporary. So I decided, okay, this is about to come back. I got to find where I was last year in May-ish, re-pick myself up from there. Around May-ish, around October-ish, where I was killing everything. I was unstoppable. This is the mindset I'm going to get in. This is going to be the 4 weeks. I've started off already with this fasted cardio in the morning. That's going to be a daily ritual. That's going to prime me in the morning. That's my meditation. I'm going to get there, get that. And you guys, like, I'm going to set these new goals. I'm going to go through that kind of stuff to really make sure I achieve the most I can in 4 weeks in this oversaturated industry, that it's going to be so different. And this is where, if you're looking at this industry, this is the series for you. If you're looking at improving your life, this is the series for you. If you're looking at setting new goals or achieving new things, or you're not happy with your work or your training regime, or you'd be surprised. Like I've coached so many people, and I've PT'd so many people that fitness bases off into their life in so many different ways. And just because now they're starting to get structure and that type of stuff, and they're getting short-term goal setting, that now it's bouncing off into other aspects of their life, and it's crazy to see, and it's changing their life completely. So I've experienced this so many times on a one-on-one one-to-one clientele type base. Now I'm opening this up, and I really want to kind of push this series out so it can obviously be tenfold, help more people. If this helps 3 to 4 people, I've realized my impact. I just come off Arnold's, and I met so many of you guys that do follow my YouTube, do follow my Instagram, do know this here, and here, and I get a lot of the same questions from you guys, and it's less about how to get big, and it's more about mindset. How do you get through this? How do you do this? And it's be able to create that will. So that's what this program is going to be about. We're going to touch on nutrition. I'm going to touch on the little things like that fitness, but it's mainly based on how we're going to clear that mind, post-comp, psychology, those type of things, because this is going to be very, very different. So I'm excited. I'm going to look at launching probably about 3 episodes per week. So over a 4-week period, this is going to be pretty saturated. So if you still like those videos of the kind of motivation training, those type of things, I'm still going to produce them on about once a weekly basis, but this is going to be more of that kind of interaction with you guys. And I'm going to open up a lot more about me and the stuff that you see behind the scenes, behind the Instagram, behind the YouTube, that type of stuff. So I can actually connect with more people, connect with you guys. You see a different side of me, and it's not just all smiles in the Instagram filters and things like that. So I'm excited. I've got plans, goals today. I'm going to hit this online training. Little things like my work now is I'm completely online. After I upload it, I'm going to talk about more of that dark time. We're going to go through different weeks. We're going to go through different stages, and then ultimately it's going to finish at Sydney Filex Expo. This is going to be one of the better expos. It's going to be bigger than Arnold's. So let's get it. Can't wait to go on this journey with you guys. So finishing up the day today, as I had a chat this morning over breakfast, those type of things, I'm pretty much setting my goals at the moment. I'm looking at roughly, I'm going to start out, I've been hitting 3,000 calories on a maintenance rate for the last few weeks. Now coming in that I've only got 4 weeks, I'm going to baseline out at 2,800. For the first few days, I'm not going to worry too much about my carbs, proteins and fats, so my macros. They're going to slowly start into carb cycling in about the end of this week. So I'm going to go through that as well, and kind of techniques we use for carb cycling and things like that. Today I've just been hitting my online for a lot of the day. It's been a pretty big day, pretty successful. I went and hit legs at the gym. Didn't take you guys with me in this episode because it's already going to be long because there's a lot of talking going on, but we will do some gym sessions. I want to get an ab session for you guys coming in. So this is what the Abel fitness page looks like. This is the online groups. We have a lot of guys putting up a lot of transformational stuff, my live videos, those type of things. So physique update. 4 weeks to see what I am. I've started with a pretty good base, so it's not so bad that I'm looking fair decent at the moment. So at the moment, let's lose this. So the best way to look, I'd be sitting, like, from my estimate, at about 11 to 12% body fat. So I've got my slight lower abdominal, only the slightest bit in here. Obviously I'm not stage ready, but I'm not sure. I could probably be ready happily in 8 weeks or so if I wanted to get on stage, but my comp rep is in October. So back pose. So I should look, after a 4 week, this is 3,000 calories. This is pretty high kind of carb levels and that. So once I start carb cycling and adding cardio, this is no cardio at all. So I should start to lean down a little bit. So it will be coming in pretty good condition for Sydney. This is the main thing we're gonna really kind of push, these goal setting. So on the business side, I've been working on some goals that I pretty much want to get together, because I'm not really happy, as I said this morning, with where I'm at. I really want to push further and make sure that I do have short and long term goals. So I've got a little bit of an idea on my long term, less on my short term goals. And
with goal setting, you want to make sure that it's written down. I'm telling you guys, so you guys are going to keep me accountable. Last year, I set the goals that I wanted to achieve such big things, and at the time I thought, well, these are massive. I'm no way going to come close to getting anywhere near it. But I started knocking them off, and I found once you're in your mindset that you actually set those goals and go for that achievement, well, nothing can stop you, and you're never going to stand in your way. So I've written down, this is just on a one of a Mac called Stickies, which is really cool. So it's a pretty cool way to kind of have my notes up, and I can really kind of push on and look at things like that. So obviously I've got my pro show on there. I want to do physique. I want to I've got coaching goals. I've got a PT plan, some Abel Fit HQ, a lot of those type of things. I want to set out the way that this is an oversaturated industry, and I do know that, but I believe that I have something different to give. And I've been held the whole time being told it's oversaturated, and still, because I am a little bit different, and the way my methods and that type of stuff and how much I live and breathe fitness, I can make that difference. And I've done it with Cellucor. That's oversaturated, trying to get a ambassadorship and being an athlete with Cellucor. I've done that with coaching. I've done that my whole way, and everyone's told me that the whole way. So we've got 4 weeks, 3 episodes a week. We're going to be more physical on the next one. Tomorrow, waking up again, fasted cardio. I'm going to check in with you guys the whole way through, and it's going to be good. Message me with any questions or things that we want to hit. This is kind of just the overview of this program, of pretty much what I'm going to run. I'm going to have a lot more talking, those type of stuff. If anyone wants me to push deeper into different scenarios, we can start to build this 4 week of the structure. It will be mainly goal setting will be the next one. We're going to run a lot into that. Because I believe that is huge, and it's a huge thing to kind of get into, especially if you are wanting to do really well in fitness or just anything to do with life, even if you're not stepping on stage, if you want to be better in business, if you want to do anything like that. Hit off on those type of things. We can build this content together and create it together. I can't wait to hit all this kind of stuff up, and it is going to be slow processes, but you're going to see the different changes throughout. At the moment, I'm pretty lost. We'll see where I am in 4 weeks, especially more on the business than fitness side. I'm excited. Radio, let's grind, people. Until next time.
Let's go.